Today, we're diving into the early details of Samsung's upcoming Galaxy A56. With months still to go until the official release, there's already a lot of excitement building around this new addition to Samsung's A-series lineup. From a camera upgrade to a powerful new processor and extended software support, it looks like Samsung is pulling out all the stops for this one. So let's unpack everything we know so far about the Galaxy A56 and why this device is shaping up to be a major player in the mid-range market. Starting with the camera, and this is big news for selfie lovers. Samsung is making a bold move by swapping out the 32-megapixel front camera for a new 12-megapixel sensor. Now, you might be wondering why downgrade to a lower megapixel count. Well, it's not as simple as numbers. The new 12-megapixel sensor is expected to improve low-light performance and overall image quality, meaning your selfies will be sharper, clearer, and better suited for any lighting condition. On the back, Samsung is sticking with a familiar camera setup, a 50-megapixel main lens, a 12-megapixel ultra-wide, and a 5-megapixel macro lens, providing a reliable range of options for different shooting scenarios. So, for both front and rear cameras, the A56 is looking quite solid. Next, let's talk performance. Samsung has reportedly started testing a new processor for the Galaxy A56, identified by model number as 5E8855 and codenamed Santa. This chip will likely launch as the Exynos 1580, a direct successor to the Exynos 1480 used in the Galaxy A55. Now, the Exynos 1480 was a noticeable upgrade over the 1380, offering improved speed and efficiency. If the Exynos 1580 continues this trend, we're looking at some impressive performance gains for the Galaxy A56. And here's an exciting stat. The A56 was spotted on Geekbench, scoring 1341 in single-core and 3836 in multi-core tests, putting it on par with the Snapdragon 888, which was Qualcomm's flagship in 2021. For a mid-range phone, these numbers suggest that the Galaxy A56 will handle multitasking, gaming, and everyday tasks with ease, making it a strong choice for those who want solid performance without breaking the bank. One of the standout features of the Galaxy A56 is Samsung's commitment to software longevity. Much like the Galaxy A16, the A56 is set to receive 6 years of updates, which is impressive, especially in the mid-range market. Samsung has promised 6 major Android upgrades for this device, so not only will you get the latest features, but you'll also benefit from improved security and performance over time. For anyone looking for a phone that's future-proof, this could be a big selling point as many mid-range devices don't offer nearly as much support. As for the price, Samsung hasn't officially announced it yet, but if the Galaxy A56 follows the pricing structure of its predecessors in the A5X series, we can expect it to fall somewhere in a 450 euros, 500 euros range. For the features packed into this device, that price range would make the Galaxy A56 an appealing choice, especially for users who prioritize performance, camera quality, and software support without wanting to pay a flagship-level price. To sum it up, the Galaxy A56 is shaping up to be a major upgrade for Samsung's A-series. With its improved 12-megapixel front camera, powerful Exynos 1580 chipset, and a promise of 6 years of software support, Samsung is making a strong case for the A56 as a top mid-range choice. We'll keep an eye out for more updates as we get closer to the official launch, so stay tuned for the latest news on the Galaxy A56. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update on the latest tech. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. The smartphone industry is constantly evolving, with each new year bringing us flagship devices that push the boundaries of technology and design. In this video, we'll be taking a close look at the 2 biggest names in the smartphone world right now: Apple's iPhone 16 Pro Max and Samsung's Galaxy S24 Ultra. Both phones are powerhouses in their own right, but how do they stack up against each other? Let's dive into the battle of the bigs. Design and size. As expected, Apple's iPhone 16 Pro Max doesn't deviate much from its predecessor when it comes to design. The rectangular shape, soft corners, flat sides, and dynamic island pill-shaped cutout remain. This year, however, the screen has grown from 6.7 inches to a massive 6.9 inches, making it the largest display ever on an iPhone. Its bezels are even thinner, but the overall dimensions have changed slightly, measuring 163 millimeters by 77.6 millimeters. In comparison, the Galaxy S24 Ultra is slightly smaller at 162.3 millimeters in height, but a bit wider at 79 millimeters, making it easier to handle for users who love to use the S Pen for sketching or taking notes. Speaking of the S Pen, Samsung once again offers the stylus nestled into the bottom of the Galaxy S24 Ultra. It's a feature that remains unique to Samsung in the flagship market, and one that many users either love or ignore completely. The precision of the S Pen, developed in partnership with Wacom, is something to be admired, making it a fantastic tool for creative tasks. Apple, on the other hand, introduces some new tricks with its buttons. The Action button, which debuted in the iPhone 15 Pro series, returns, offering customizable functions for launching apps or activating Siri shortcuts. But the real star of the show is the new Camera Control button. This physical key, equipped with a capacitive surface, allows users to control the camera with a swipe, much like a traditional camera shutter button, enhancing the photography experience. Both phones come in sleek color options. The iPhone 16 Pro Max offers titanium finishes in white, black, natural, and the new Desert Titanium. Meanwhile, Samsung gives users a broader selection with titanium violet, yellow, black, and gray, and 3 exclusive colors if you order directly from Samsung's website. Display differences. When it comes to display, both phones boast impressive technology. The iPhone 16 Pro Max features a 6.9-inch OLED panel with a 120Hz refresh rate and an always-on display that can drop its refresh rate to just 1 Hz, keeping your wallpaper or photos visible even when the phone is asleep. Samsung's Galaxy S24 Ultra comes equipped with its signature AMOLED screen, also featuring a 120Hz refresh rate and an always-on display. However, Samsung has a slight edge here with its anti-reflective coating, which makes the screen much easier to see outdoors. In contrast, the iPhone struggles with reflections in bright sunlight despite its high brightness. Color accuracy is another area where the two phones differ slightly. The iPhone's display leans towards a yellowish hue, while the Galaxy has a bit of a teal tint. But with both phones offering blue light filters and adaptive color calibration, these differences are minimal in day-to-day use. One new feature for the iPhone 16 Pro Max is its ability to drop to an incredibly low 1-nit brightness level, making it easier on the eyes in dark environments. Samsung's display already hovers around this level, so both phones are excellent for nighttime use. Performance and software. Under the hood, the iPhone 16 Pro Max is powered by Apple's latest A18 Pro chip, built on a second-gen 3nm process by TSMC. This cutting-edge chip brings significant improvements in performance and efficiency, particularly when it comes to handling heavy tasks like gaming and AI-driven processes. Apple has also focused on better heat dissipation, addressing the overheating issues that plagued the A17 Pro chip. The Galaxy S24 Ultra, on the other hand, is powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, specifically tuned for Samsung devices. While both chips are incredibly powerful, benchmarks show that Apple's A18 Pro takes the lead in CPU performance. However, in 3D graphics tests, the Galaxy S24 Ultra isn't far behind, offering stellar gaming performance. Both Apple and Samsung are pushing into the realm of AI, with dedicated NPU cores to handle AI tasks. The iPhone 16 Pro Max comes with Apple Intelligence, which will roll out new features gradually, while the Galaxy S24 Ultra already boasts AI-powered features like live translation, generative image editing, and transcript summaries. As for software, the iPhone runs iOS, which has seen some welcome changes this year, bringing it closer to the flexibility of Android. You can now place app icons anywhere on the home screen and even customize their colors. But if customization is what you're after, Samsung's One UI still reigns supreme with features like split-screen multitasking, themes, and more. Samsung has also stepped up its software update game, promising 7 years of updates for the Galaxy S24 Ultra, compared to Apple's 5-year commitment for the iPhone. Camera capabilities. Apple has made some significant upgrades to the cameras on the iPhone 16 Pro Max, particularly the ultra-wide camera, which now features a 48-megapixel sensor. The main camera remains at 48 megapixel, and the 5x telephoto camera comes with a 12-megapixel sensor. A new lens coating helps reduce the lens flare issue that has been prevalent in recent iPhone models, especially during night shots. Samsung, as always, is pushing the envelope with its camera hardware. The Galaxy S24 Ultra boasts a hopping 200-megapixel main camera, alongside a 12-megapixel ultra-wide, a 10-megapixel 3x telephoto, and a 50-megapixel 5x zoom camera. While the megapixel count might seem impressive, the real magic happens in post-processing. Both phones have excellent cameras, but Samsung has a slight edge in zoom performance, while the iPhone tends to over-sharpen fine details like leaves or grass. In low-light conditions, both phones perform admirably, but the iPhone's new lens coating helps reduce the flare and artifacts that can appear in night photos. Samsung, on the other hand, continues to struggle slightly with oversaturated greens in its images, but this is only noticeable when directly comparing photos side by side. Battery and charging. When it comes to battery life, both phones pack a punch. The iPhone 16 Pro Max has a 4,685 mAh battery, while the Galaxy S24 Ultra comes with a slightly larger 5,000 mAh battery. However, Samsung takes the lead in charging speeds, offering 45-watt wired charging compared to the iPhone's 20-watt. For wireless charging, Apple's MagSafe offers 25-watt, while Samsung's wireless charging maxes out at 15-watt. Conclusion. So, which phone is the better choice? It's a tough call. The iPhone 16 Pro Max impresses with its sleek design, powerful A18 Pro chip, and improved cameras, while the Galaxy S24 Ultra excels with its S Pen, higher megapixel count, and faster charging speeds. Ultimately, it comes down to personal preference and whether you're more entrenched in Apple's ecosystem or Samsung's Android world. Either way, you're getting a top-tier smartphone that won't disappoint. What do you think about it? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Until then, take care. Goodbye.